Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda N, and today I'm here to talk about Forrest Fenn's Treasure. It was actually found pretty recently, though there's some rumors that it may be faked and the treasure is out there, and I'm not gonna lie, I was so disappointed when it was discovered. I wanted to find it so badly, but I'm pretty sure my solve was not all that great either. So I've been passionate about Forrest Fenn for years now, and wanted to talk about what this treasure is, the wild theories, the controversies, and the finding itself. So let's get started. As I have gone alone in there, and with my treasures bold, I can keep my secret where, and hint of riches new and old. Begin it where warm waters halt, and take it in the canyon down, not far, but too far to walk, put it below the home of Brown. From there it's no place for the meek, the end is ever drawing nigh. There'll be no paddle up your creek, just heavy loads and water high. If you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down, your quest to cease. But tarry scant with marvel gaze, just take the chest and go in peace. So why is it that I must go and leave my trove for all to seek? The answers I already know. I've done it, tired, and now I'm weak. So hear me all and listen good. Your effort will be worth the cold. If you are brave and in the wood, I give you title to the gold. This is the poem that started it all, and the man that wrote this poem was Forrest Fenn, a pilot that served in the Vietnam War. When he retired from the Air Force, he started a gallery in Santa Fe, New Mexico with his wife. According to People magazine, the controversial and flamboyant Fenn grosses about $6 million a year by flouting tradition. His collection may be politely called eclectic, a jumble of Indian artifacts and curios mixed with expensive paintings and bronzes. He openly sells forgeries of Modigliani, Monet, and Degas, and he gets good money for them to boot. Sorry for pronunciation there. Indignant colleagues grumble, but Fenn doesn't snap like an alligator, he only smiles like one. He gets most of the celebrity collectors who come to town. Charming one moment, gruff the next, Fenn admits that his flair has created a flap. The art business is like a religion, he says. You can lose money or break even, but if you make money, you get a dirty name. That doesn't sound quite like a definition of religion, nor does it appease his detractors. Forrest is a great promoter, says Gerald Peters, whose Santa Fe gallery competes with Fenn's. He has a marvelous sense of the moment. Los Angeles gallery owner Steve Rose, who frequently does business with Fenn, admires his style, but understands why others don't. For one thing, he's a better merchandiser than most of us, Rose says, and he makes a lot of money. Most of the dealers who have grumbled about him are small ones who are jealous of his success. According to NPR, in the 90s, Fenn was criticized by Southwestern archaeologists for excavating a Pueblo Indian site that he owned. They consider him a plunderer. Fenn thinks they're clubby fuss budgets. His word. Hell of an insult if I've ever heard one. In 2009, FBI agents raided his home as part of a controversial crackdown on alleged artifact looting in the Four Corners area. 2 people targeted in the case reportedly committed suicide, including a man from Santa Fe. Fenn was never charged, but agents seized a few items from his home. He declined to answer questions about the raid for this story, so it's not as if everyone loves Fenn and he's a jovial man giving away millions of dollars. But at the same time, if those are his biggest controversies, then these days that's basically nothing. And what Fenn did next had people truly caring who he was, and clamoring to get close to him. It was near the turn of the millennium when Fenn was diagnosed with cancer and told that he'd probably die from it. For whatever reason, it inspired him to start a search for a treasure chest, like a legacy to leave behind. Apparently, he also wanted the location to be his final resting place. But when he miraculously recovered, he self-published his book, The Thrill of the Chase, and explained that the treasure chest has gold nuggets, rare coins, jewelry, gemstones, and that it was hidden in the mountains north of Santa Fe. The poem he published, that I read earlier, had 4 states on the map: New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, and Montana. And at first, this absolutely inspired people. It got them to go outside and to be excited to get in nature again. Regardless of his less-than-spotless record, Fenn seemed to be a good man, just looking to give people some excitement after the economic downfall of 2008 and get some fresh air. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. However, some said that this treasure hunt should have come with a warning label. and they didn't believe the hunt existed at all. It's tragic, really, because people lost their lives looking for this treasure. Determined to get to the spot where the trove was hidden, Bilyeu had set out on a quest along the Rio Grande despite temperatures in the low 20s and the threat of snowstorms. Troubled by the man's disappearance, Fenn himself chartered a helicopter and joined volunteer crews who were scouting the riverbanks. Santa Fe police confirmed that a body found in early June near the Rio Grande just a few miles north of Cochiti, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, Cochiti Lake was that of Bilyeu. He's obsessed with looking for treasure, his ex-wife Linda Bilyeu said in January. When she learned his body had been identified, she told the New Mexican, "We're disappointed that he lost his life over a treasure hunt." She doesn't believe Fenn has a hidden treasure, and she's asked him to call off the hunt for it. The state spent nearly $10,000 searching for him with ground crews, a helicopter, and a dive team. A Virginia woman seeking Fenn's treasure chest prompted 3 rescue missions in Wyoming. On one occasion, she and a boyfriend, both poorly equipped, spent 4 days lost in the forest. In another expedition for the treasure, she broke her ankle. A 33-year-old Texas woman chasing Fenn's treasure spent a night in freezing temperatures near Bandelier National Monument in the early spring of 2013. 2 people from Washington State were rescued twice in the Bank Country of Yellowstone in 2014 and faced a series of charges, according to several news reports. Daryl Seiler told Outside Magazine that he nearly drowned at Yellowstone when the pair's raft overturned in frigid, fast-moving waters. Several people have been arrested for illegally digging on public lands. "You have to be authorized to put a shovel in the ground on forest land," said Mike Bremer, an archaeologist with Santa Fe National Forest. One man was found digging for treasure near the Pecos River, but Bremer hasn't seen evidence of any damage to archaeological sites in the area. That was a big concern when the search was launched. And a man named Dickens says that he's even heard of people going bankrupt trying to find Fenn's treasure. Some, he said, have ended up jobless and even homeless. So, personally, I've got some really mixed feelings reading this. Fenn says he regrets it, and no one should exert themselves beyond their comfort zone. Obviously, Fenn can't control people, and if they chose to hike a mountain that they shouldn't, then that is on them. Some say that given how Fenn wanted to be buried there, it wouldn't be somewhere nearly impossible to get to anyway. Yet, at the same time, if people were truly dying to get to this chest, a part of me feels like it should have been called off. It seems like it hurt as many as it could have helped. It's fantastic that this gave people hope or to get to explore nature again, but it's killed others. That's absolutely just my opinion though, and I can see the other side of it. I guess it just depends on who you ask. As for the treasure though, now valued at over $2 million, it was found this past June in 2020. Personally, I'm inclined to believe it was found for a few reasons. The first one is Fenn himself. He first made this hunt to give us hope, and in June, during pandemic and riots and tragedies, we kinda need more hope than ever. So it doesn't make sense to me why he would just take it all away during that time. Then, as for the photos being doctored, well, I don't see why he would fake this either. It's sort of a similar predicament people found themselves in when they first heard about the treasure. You couldn't prove it existed back then, and now we can't prove that it was found. But some of the stories saying that these photos are of Fenn before he buried the treasure seem like a bit of a reach. Now, even if you believe that the photos are doctored because they're undated, Tony DeCopley's theories don't seem to hold any more water than the ones that say it's been found. This guy wrote a large Newsweek article and says, "It wouldn't have the attention if not for me, and Fenn was dying for the publicity when the guy arrived." Tony says the chest would be somewhere an old man can still crawl and get to it, and that Forrest's way of being remembered for thousands of years is by dying beside it. I can get where he's coming from, but why not both? Maybe Forrest did intend to die because of his treasure, but someone just found it before he could? If this was his way to be remembered, it sounds like he'd be better off keeping the mystery going, rather than allow a few fringe people to continue to cling to that hope. Why not allow it to be found in the first place? Why fake it being found if he wants to be remembered? Now, my solve was in Wyoming, Artist Point to be exact. Other folks online have had similar solves, interpreting the waterfall there as part of the solve, as there'd be no paddle up your creek, like you can't paddle up a waterfall, from the line of the poem. And apparently, this treasure was found in Wyoming, so I am gonna give myself just a little bit of a pat on the back there. Even if I was in the absolutely wrong place, at least I might have been in the right state, so I'm pretty happy about that. But plenty of others took this poem, they tore it to pieces. I mean, they seriously analyzed the hell out of it, but regardless of what the truth may have been, or where it is, it's over now, and the mystery is solved. Allegedly. So, thank you so much for watching today's video. I'm really curious what you guys think, if he should have called off the search when the first person died, because there have apparently been 4 deaths from people trying to find this treasure. If you did like this video, by the way, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me, then please hit that subscribe button, and I'll be coming out with more videos like this at least every week, hopefully twice a week. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!